No, no, no. We're cutting the intro shirt today.
Why is that?
I just went into, like, I was checking my stream chat, I was checking my general chat just before going on stream, because I'm waiting for the promotional, like, notification to happen in my chat, right? And I peek into the stream chat of the server, and what do I see, Anya?
I'm gonna guess you see the delay sticker.
Yeah? And pray tell, who in there posted the sticker?
A couple people, I'm sure.
I can't believe you would do this to me.
I don't know. I just thought it would be fun to get all the action.
But hello, everybody, and yes, this is going to be the early warning of this route is fucked. Be warned, please.
Be wormed, please.
Be warned.
I'm so incredibly excited. I feel like we got a nice palate cleanser with the H stream. It was all very kind and nice, and everything was a blast. And I'm ready for more domestic abuse.
Yeah, no, that's where we're going. That's hell we're walking into.
Yahoo!
You know what I forgot to do today?
What is that?
Oh, that's a really good idea. I can pin that message. Thank you, WatchPup.
Yeah.
There we go. So I forgot because I don't know if you know this, but I have implemented the ability of chat to throw items at me by donating or becoming a member.
Yes.
I forgot completely that I need to introduce one of the worms to the things that can be thrown at me.
Oh god.
Also, I have not been able to fix the fact that it won't happen on the first go, but I can do this. Thank you for becoming a bookworm, Sedani. By the way, you're also being pelted.
Oh god. I like how with the framing of projectiles, it kind of looks more like I'm hiding behind you. I like to imagine our relationship is like Doll Ronnie and the Tarnished. I'm
Yes.
I'm getting a ride. It's for safety.
Just don't mind the jar.
Wait.
Anyway, shall
We're getting like several layers of jars at this point, because aren't you in Jackie's?
I am in Jackie's jar, yeah. Also, let me actually, one moment. I'm gonna slide you slightly out. Got you. That is not what I wanted to do. One moment. I need to readjust you a slight bit. Don't worry about it, Anya. That's fine. That works for me.
I'm piggybacking as you run through the swamp, and I teach you about your trauma and the Force.
Ah, God. Wait, am I not? Yeah, right. I have not been in Jackie's jar for a little bit, I guess.
Man, what a shame.
I guess she got tired of me.
She's been
What's coming?
released. She's no longer contained.
I need you to understand that when I went to visit Jade, like 2 years ago or something, one of the things we did was roll the gachapon in one arcade, like by one of the malls by home. And then one of those guys, like, we got 2 gachapons with like this little guy, and one of them became like an SCP for us. Like, like she wanted to release it, and I wanted to keep it contained, and it is currently still sitting in my desk, contained within the gachapon capsule, never to be released and freed.
I love the ambiguity of just calling him a little guy.
It's like this tiny little polar bear that's like squishy and gooey.
Yeah.
I love him, but also the world will end if he's released ever. So he will never be released.
Oh my god, you
know?
remembered.
Quantum creature, both free and not free. Allow me to move.
I'm so proud of you for remembering the stream to me.
Of course. Wag with the smallest captive jadeling. That's basically it. If I ever open this capsule, it will become like the plot of Changed. All right, we were looking at this one because I was looking back at the...
You remembered to turn everything back on, right?
Yeah, don't worry, the patch is currently on show mature content, no ecchi, no hentai.
Alright. That was a horrible thought I had as soon as we ended our last one.
Wait, that is not it. Oh my god, how far? There we go! Awakening Breakfast, 7th day of Heavensfield route. But yeah, no, even if actually, since we're here, I may as well open up the flowchart. Even if I had a hentai turned on, which I don't, I remembered, I don't think there would be, like, a sex scene that soon, would there? I'm taking a little peek. Yeah, I don't think we could have gotten to the next sex scene if if that were the case.
Indeed.
Heavensfield, Day 7, Dialogue Lost Loop. There was a dream that gave us COVID earlier. Yeah. I think we had COVID. I need you to know that a friend of mine that couldn't attend the stream watched the VOD afterwards, and he nearly fucking died after you said, I think I'll have COVID. But hey, we didn't get a horny vampirism dream this night. Consider it good or bad? I don't know. When I wake up, my body has fully recovered. My temperature is normal, and my limbs don't feel heavy at all. It's before 6 o'clock. Sleep more. It's before 6 o'clock. I wonder if Sakura's awake? If she is, she will probably be preparing breakfast. These two people need to stop waking up earlier than the other to cook breakfast. I'd better get ready quickly and head to the kitchen where Sakura will finish it herself. Also, I haven't said this in like a while because it's like very obvious to mention this, but I love the competitive cooking between them. Like
it's like a game of one-upmanship of who can take care of the other person the hardest.
They are trying to be the best partner possible, and they're not even in a relationship yet.
It's really beautiful.
I'm going ahead, Saber. Going to the living room in a bit. I don't have the guts to look inside her room, so I retreat after calling out to her. It will be troublesome if I see Saber sleeping. God.
That's so funny coming off the back of the H scene.
Yeah, you know what I think is really interesting though? Because we have had the like extremely rushed development, we are at the point where we like know a lot of endgame things about what is going on in like diegetically in the route, not like outside of it. Like Shirou and Saber know a lot of the bullshit going around right now, and they are like kind of halfway done with the servants of it, but Shirou has not like developed to the point of being able to talk to girls just yet, you know?
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
He's still useless and unsocialized.
We need to put him and Saber in the same room so they can sniff each other for a few minutes and like get used to each other's presence and pull them back.
That's stupid.
Can I even explain what the series is? If you are jumping at this point right now, I can't. I recommend going back to the first episode and watching because you're gonna be so lost, Algot. It is, however, a magic battle royale, and there's trauma involved.
We've been here every episode, and I think we're a little unclear on what's going on right now.
And my grandma collapsed. My grandpa collapsed. He was like, I'm sick in bed, so don't you think you should settle down? Isn't that rude? He makes it sound like I'm a wandering cloud. Fujine complains while eating. It seems Fujine didn't come over last night because her grandfather collapsed.
What is this wandering cloud?
It's describing Fujine. It's an airy person without a definite character. I answer without hesitation. You're wrong! A wandering cloud is an idler. It's what you call a person who does not do anything but go around town to mock people. Sakura and Saber nodding comprehension. I do not even need to mention which part they agree on.
Seeing all three of them adjust at once is so intimidating.
Yeah, you usually don't see them because by the time Saber shows up, Sakura is usually about to just get out of the route. Not in this one.
So, Sensei, is your father sick?
Of course not! My family's famous for not getting sick. My grandpa sumo wrestled with one of the younger guys and hurt his hips.
Sumo? What's this sumo, Taiga?
Huh? It's kind of hard to explain in words. It's a type of martial art where you push instead of pull. Push and push. You can't use weapons, and you can't use a fist. You also can't kick.
That's the worst I've ever heard anyone explain sumo in my life.
You basically grapple with your opponent and win by knocking your opponent down to the ground.
So it's a pure contest of power.
Yep, and you don't wear any clothes. You and your opponent grapple pretty much naked.
Naked?
Yep. Well, your weak point discovered by Amawashi. Oh, that's a sumo wrestler's loincloth, by the way. If you don't understand, ask Shirou about it. He knows more than I do. Fujine says something absurd and sips on her miso soup.
I see. So, Shirou, what is this loincloth?
It's easy to explain, but I'm a bit hesitant to talk about it. I'm talking to Saber, and we're eating right now. Why do I have to talk about loincloths during a meal? I don't know. Sumo is out of my area of expertise, so ask someone else. You're lying! You have a loincloth too? I don't! I had to do sumo because your grandfather made me and I only borrowed one then. First of all, that happened years ago. You're right! You kept losing because you were small back then. My gramps told you to do a different sport because you wouldn't give up until you won, so he made you start archery. Oh!
The Shirou lore.
The lore. I am actually surprised about that. Fujine is laughing cheerfully. This is the equivalent of like your parents showing the baby pictures to your friends and your love interest and your other love interest. Man. Fujine is high in spirits this morning, so she's louder than usual. Hey, Fujine, it's almost time. You will be late unless you leave here before 7 o'clock. Huh? Oh, it's fine today. Morning club activities are cancelled starting today. Well, I still have to leave early because there's a teacher's meeting.
The morning practice for archery club is cancelled as well.
Yup. Oh, I see. You didn't hear about it, huh? There was an incident yesterday, and some people in the track team got injured during practice. I guess it's because of lack of sleep, so morning practices will be cancelled for a while. I don't like... What is going on at school, though? Like, okay. Like, the obvious first culprit, because it has been every single other route, was Shinji. But, Ryder is kind of out of the picture, at least for a bit, right?
As far as we know.
She wouldn't be back so soon. Unbelievable that this woman is a teacher. No, I believe it. I see, but they cancel all the practices because of one injured person? Lack of sleep is that person's... It's their own fault. Unless... Fujine, how many people are injured? Oh. It's between 10 and 20 students.
How many? What about the people in the archery club?
Well, nobody in our club got hurt, but a few people looked tired yesterday. And it's been dangerous recently, right? We can't just ignore the mental strain it might be causing, so I guess the school's trying to decrease the burden. I don't know about the clubs being a mental burden, but it's true that they physically tire you. Fujine shrugs and holds out her bowl. I have another bowl, Sakura-chan. I would just want it half full.
Of course. You're not eating a lot this morning, Sensei.
Yeah, my stomach is hurting because I know there's a lot of work waiting for me at school, so I don't have any appetite.
Oh.
Fujine pretends to cry. It seems the tiger at my house wants us to believe that 2.5 bowls of rice isn't her normal serving. They're full of energy. She really is, I love her. You're full of energy in contrast, Sakura-chan. You're on your second full bowl.
I'm still growing. I get hungry quickly, so I have to push myself and eat extra.
Let's go gambling, chat. Do you think Taiga is about to mention how big her tits are? Do we think that she's going to? Do we think she's going to? 1, 2, and... Sakura puffs up with pride. Well, I don't know about that being part of the growing thing, but maybe all the gluttons around her are influencing her.
I see. Sakura does not have sufficient strength as an archer. It is good to take in extra energy.
Saber nods as she keeps eating. Is it just me, or is she missing the original topic? We didn't get her mentioning the tits. I'm actually impressed.
I can't stop winning.
Also, archer class Sakura when? Hey, Tom! Welcome.
Besides, we all know she's got Ryder, I say, looking directly into the camera.
It's past 7 o'clock. Fujine left for school and we're cleaning now. Sakura has time as well, so we relax and do the dishes. With the two of us, it doesn't take long. I was keeping an eye on Sakura because of her health, but she really seems okay now. It looks like her fever's gone and she's full of energy.
Senpai, I have something to tell you, so could you spare me some time?
Yeah, Sakura? Then, and go for it, Watchdog, you have my luck. Sakura stammers a question, looking as nervous as if she were breaking into somebody's house. Sure, we still have time.
I made some lunch for you.
She looks down as she hands me a lunchbox. Bento time. Kohai bento time.
Let's go.
It's not my usual lunchbox, and it seems Sakura prepared it for me. It has a cute shape, and it's wrapped in vivid colors.
Oh.
The taste is guaranteed if Sakura made it, and I appreciate the fact that someone made lunch for me. Thanks. Wait, did you wake up early to make me lunch? Sakura was done with cooking breakfast when I came to the living room this morning. I admire how early she got up, but it seems she actually woke up earlier than I thought.
Oh, yes. I woke up early and I didn't have anything to do, so I thought I'd make lunch. And I want to ask you about something.
Huh? Why are you all formal? You need to consult me about something important?
No, it's nothing big. It's not, but yeah, Senpai, you don't make lunch that often. You like cooking, so I'm wondering why.
Sakura, it's not like I like to cook. I don't know about the guy's hobby being cooking, so I wish he'd keep it as something I can do. Oh wait, we're talking about why I don't make my own lunch. Well, I know it's cheaper to make my own lunch, but the guys in my class crowd around if I do make it. Half my lunch is taken away before I know it.
I'm just imagining like Shinji walking by and just like palming like a handful of rice.
I think what he would do is like clap his back like, "Hey, Emiya, what you got there?" And then because he hasn't forgotten about him beating Sakura up, he would just reflex respond and crack those nuts. And I think that should happen.
I'm just imagining him sticking his grubby little fingers into rice, like barehanded. That's really funny to me. I don't know why.
Is this what the kids call phantom tax? It is, actually. Yeah? No, that is. Yeah. I hate that is. Yeah.
What?
You know those, like those newfangled words, like, you know, like the Rizzler and Skibbity. Phantom tax is one of them, and it is in fact the tax paid by paying your friends with some of your fries or other food that you're having when they're around.
I'm in my mid-20s. Why do I feel so fucking old?
Sakura notes in satisfaction. To be accurate, it's the girls that make the most of my lunch. But I don't say it because it's too pathetic. That take most of my lunch, but I don't say it because it's too pathetic. Shirou, they're flirting. Shirou, they want more than your lunch.
Shirou, every one of them wants to kiss you, you idiot.
They go like, oh man, this is like a sweet himbo that like can cook really well. The communal house husband. Oh god, they want his sword. Oh. Yeah, so I only make lunch when I can use the student council room. Then I can eat alone with Issei. Oh, man. Oh, the ships.
Senpai, how about eating at the archery range in that case? It's open during lunchtime. I can make you some tea, and it's quiet there.
Oh? Oh, that's a good idea. The archery range is unlocked, and the club members rarely go there during lunchtime. Mitsuzuri might be there, but she's not so cruel as to eat someone else's lunch. She would. She absolutely fucking would.
Brightly haired girls making us tea in club rooms. I'm getting weird flashbacks to Tsukihime.
Oh, by the way, chat, I didn't mention this, but as of this time, Anya has finished the entirety of original Tsukihime.
Oh, 100% to the OG. It changed me, and I can't talk about it.
I am so excited to play the remake with you, actually.
I am so excited. I cannot put it into words.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good idea. Oh, she's so happy!
Yeah, it's a good idea.
But I don't know about an outsider going in there. I guess we have to ask Mitsuzuri for permission.
It's alright. The archery range is part of the school, so any student should be able to use it when the archery club isn't using it.
This chair, this chair, this chair. I don't have the context about that one, I just know it exists.
I'm not allowed to explain it to you. We have our rules.
Sakura presses her point. You're right. Guess it's fine if I'm not causing any trouble. I nod to myself. Then, I don't know why, but Sakura is making a victory pose with a big smile. Huh? Maybe some of Fujine's energy transferred to Sakura.
She was so nervous and she did it.
He's such a sweetie, though. Also, yeah, he's barely an outsider. He was like the top archery student for the longest time, and then he hurt his shoulder.
Didn't he quit like last year?
like a year and a half ago, yeah.
Like he's not been an outsider, big air quotes, for very long.
But I mean, that tells you so much about Shirou's mentality, doesn't it? We walk up the hill. There are more students around us than usual. It must be because there's no morning practice today.
Still have time. It's been a while since we had a morning where we could take it easy.
Sakura is walking happily beside me. I don't know why, but she's in a good mood. This is normal for me, but I guess it has been a while since I went to school with you.
Yeah, the archery club practices every morning.
But participation isn't required, right? Most people only go once every 2 days, so you should skip on once in a while.
What? Would you walk to school with me if I skip practice?
Sakura just immediately fucking quits the archery club. Of course! We're going to the same place, so we'll be walking together either way.
Oh, then... No, I can't do that. I'm not that good, so I can't afford to skip a day of practice.
Aww. Also, you say that, like, in Fate, making a mistake is not, like, a surefire way to get kills, too.
I feel like tiny mistakes are just as lethal in both.
Tsukihime has the funny bump that goes, "Ba-ding-ya." Sakura sticks her tongue out at herself. Are you sure about that? Not to speak ill of anyone, but you're the best in your grade. You have great form, so I don't think there will be any trouble, even if you skip a day or two.
No, I'm still inexperienced. My thoughts trail off when I let my guard down, and I often don't see the target. I'm lazy at heart, so I tend to slack off unless I push myself to train a little every day.
If that's how she feels, who am I to disagree? These fucking stairs. I can only...
Oh, I was gonna say, WWSD actually works in Stay Night and Tsukihime.
Also, I cannot look at these stairs and not think that we're going to get jumped by Rin, like, in a minute. I parted with Sakura. We may be getting jumped up with by Rin in a minute, actually. My class is on the 3rd floor, and hers is on the 4th.
See you later, senpai.
Yeah? Don't fall asleep during class. People tend to get sleepy when they're full.
You don't need to worry. I'm not full anymore. She's eating a lot and it's processing fast because she's supporting a servant. I'm telling you.
Sakura goes up the stairs. I wave goodbye to her and head to my classroom. I am waiting for chat to begin putting smiley faces in 3, 2, 1. I failed. I keep failing today. I keep trying to predict what's gonna happen and I keep just miserably failing.
No, but I really admire that gusto. You really went for it. That was conviction, and even if you were wrong, I think there's something to be said about it.
It's lunchtime. Shinji is absent, and so is Issei. It seems Issei is being treated at the hospital after the incident at the Ryudo Temple. Now that I look around, I see that there are more people absent. But the number of absentees shouldn't get any higher, at least. The serpent that was sucking the life force out of people in this town has been eliminated. There should be no more unexplained comas. There are... always sunny in Philadelphia theme. There's more unexplained comas. Yeah, the people caster harm will get well and come back soon. I pull myself together. There are 4 masters remaining. 2 if you don't count Tosaka and Elia. I can't let my guard down until I know what kind of people they are. Oh. Oh. Also, wait a minute. Wait, no, right, because he doesn't know that Lancer just fucking died.
Yeah, he's not aware that the best boy was taken out.
Yeah, who's the other one left? Archer, Lancer, Rider, Assassin. Right, he wouldn't know about Assassin either because he died. And then we have True Assassin going around now who's masterless. Yeah, no, I don't think there's any masters unaccounted for or servants.
Assassin 2.
Assassin 2. Assassin better. We speak out in unison. I bump into Tosuka the instant I go out into the hallway. Hey, what do you mean, oh? Isn't that a rude thing to say? Or do you have a guilty conscience? Hey, the same goes for you. You were surprised though. And what was up with the phone call last night? You were being selfish telling me not to come and to come. Well, yesterday was an exception. You skipped school the day after the master at the Ryudo Temple disappeared. Of course I thought something happened to you. I told you about the Ryudo Temple, so it would trouble me if something happened to you. Hey, is it me? Or has Heaven's Fields just, like, been significantly more animated than the other 2 routes?
Yeah, no, it's not just you. There's a lot more sprite work going on.
Like, it's the same sprites, but, like, Ilya was, like, almost swaying and dancing in the street. The little flip right now was so unnecessary. Sakura has had a couple of moments of, like, face journeys.
Hey, it's the very specific one from this morning where she's, like, looking up and down, like, all shifty.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's noticeably, like, improved.
And I like it, but at the same time, I don't trust it, you know? Like, there's a meta layer to these changes.
It makes it feel off.
I'm surprised. Did Tosuka feel responsible because she told me about it? Have you played or seen playthroughs of My House.war?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Are you interested in My House.war?
I've read House of Leaves, some of it.
Okay. So, without going into, like, big spoilers, while you're playing through that map, there is one point after one thing triggers that I couldn't know because I am not, like, a big Doom fan that has been playing, but I was watching a, like, YouTuber that is really into Doom playing it, and he was freaked out because just all of a sudden, his weapons became 60 FPS and had more frames. the reload animations were more detailed, and he was like, the weapons, the shooting, the reloading, there's more to it suddenly. What is going on?
That sounds so fucking unsettling.
Yeah, even the music was like, there was just like a little out of tune thing at first, and then slowly it, like a section got elongated just a little bit too far, and they were like, even the music is off and wrong.
Sounds terrible.
It was made later in the dev cycle. Yeah, no, that makes 100% sense. Did Tosaka feel responsible because she told me about it? Yeah, that's about right with Tosaka. I see. Thanks, Tosaka. You were worried about me, right? That's not true. I just want to know the details of what happened since I gave you the information. Huh? But I told you over the phone yesterday, right? Both Castor and her master are defeated. There's nothing at the Rito Temple anymore. Huh? Tosaka looks serious all of a sudden. What's wrong, Tosaka? Did I say something weird? Yes, you did. It's not that I don't trust you, but let me confirm. You're absolutely certain that you defeated Castor. Huh? Even I could tell you that. Saber completely eliminated Castor. Castor's master is... He was already dead when we got there. Alright. There's something I want to talk about regarding that. And you come to the rooftop.
Oh, the smiles.
Castor hasn't disappeared? Correct? You defeated Castor 2 days ago, right? But the coma incidents happened again yesterday. The people who had their magical energy sucked out yesterday are in a worse coma than before. No way, we definitely... I know, you wouldn't lie, and I don't think you made a misunderstanding. But Archer and I saw a shadow that looked like Castor when we went to the scene of the crime yesterday. I see. And Castor's still alive and collecting magical energy from all over town?
Oh no, what if these servants aren't dying?
I don't like any of this. Hey, wait, oh no. Remember when the shadow was like sucking up the body, and there was narration about how usually the heroic spirits return to the Grail and fill it to do the whole ritual thing, but that was not what was going on there.
Yeah.
Are you saying that the shadow is using... Oh my god! Oh no! Oh.
My stomach just fucking dropped.
I'm not certain, but it seems so. But I can tell that the atmosphere of the Rito Temple has changed. You two defeated Castor, but she still exists. That's all I'm sure of right now. Oh no, this is the worst case scenario. This explains why she feels different from yesterday. Hey, looking at the bright side, that means we get more coup, right?
Woo!
Oh, the boy. Osaka is probably getting doubts about this war. A servant disappears if their master is defeated. This is the servant version of people die when they're killed. A servant cannot avoid death in this world if it is completely defeated. But Castor still exists in spite of taking both these penalties. She is a violation that completely overthrows the fundamentals of the Holy Grail War. I see. So what do you think? Sorry, I was taking my titty pills.
All is forgiven.
Huh? Me? Yeah, you think it's strange, right? I don't think you will forfeit from the Holy Grail War, but don't you want to clear up this thing about Castor before you start fighting for the Holy Grail? Want to put up fighting other masters until after that, right? You're right. This Holy Grail War is suspicious. It seems different from the one I heard about from my dad. I think there's something different going on where we can't see it. She has realized.
She knows, chat.
Different, huh? I don't have the liberty to think about such a thing because the Holy Grail War itself is beyond me. But if a legitimate master like Tosaka feels that way, it must be true. Then Tosaka... Yes? I won't follow the rules of the Holy Grail War until I'm convinced. It can't be helped if I'm being used, but I don't like to not knowing the harm I may be imposing on others. You don't like such a thing, right? So I'm not going to be fighting other masters until I get this cleared up. Tosaka thinks something's wrong. This must mean everything's normal.
I'm so bad like this. I'm very tense.
Jackie just made a character, and she's so normal about her. Not fucking okay. Oh, I am excited too.
I will hear about it later, I'm sure.
Yeah. She declares her stance. Tosaka's eyes show her determination, and it seems to be asking for my stance. I see. Can I take that as a truce offer? If you could accept it. If you won't fight me until this case is settled, I won't hurt you either. Tosaka asks me silently with her eyes. She doesn't even need to ask. Oh no, we are adding Rin to the polycule now too. We got the full set of the girls.
Hell yeah.
When do we get Issei in? It's my line. I won't fight you as long as you don't come attacking me. Hey, can you imagine if like Issei comes over to Shirou's house, right? Just like to drop something, or like Issei is like not here right now because he got sick because of the whole caster debacle. So imagine he gets like better and goes to Shirou's house to get like the homework and the notes on what is going on in class, and he just opens the door, and Rin is the one opening the door, and Shirou was just like running after her, like, don't be the one that opens it. And behind him, there's just Sakura and Saber. How do you think he would react?
I think Issei would feel betrayed. And he'd start crying because only he can be Shirou's wife.
That's my line. I won't fight you as long as you don't come attacking me. And even if there comes a time when we do fight, it will be fair and square. Until then, I want to cooperate with Tosaka. Then it's decided. I expected you to agree, but I'm glad to hear it all the same. Huh? You know, it is so weird. Because having her team up with us returns us to the status quo of the other routes, but by having Sakura staying with us, because Rin didn't have a truce with us at the beginning, things are so much more different.
This is all... everything feels normal in a way that feels wrong.
Osaka holds out her right hand. I realize that she's wanting to shake hands and... yeah, please, give me your best regards. I try to suppress my face from turning red as I shake her hand. I touch woman! Woman pretty! Ugh! Keep my Shirou brain active! Alright, our contract is set. Please give me your best regards too, Emiya-kun. Tosaka firmly shakes my hand. Her hand is soft, much more delicate than mine.
Us too.
I'm an idiot! What the hell am I thinking at a time like this? What's wrong, Emiya-kun? You're sweating all of a sudden. It seems your heart's beating faster too. No, it's nothing. I just have a cold. I'll get well if I eat. I'll get better if I eat, so let's eat lunch. I quickly let go of Tosaka's hand. Then, Tosaka's expression turns wicked. Ooh, I suspected it when we last met, but it looks like my hunch was correct. You seem like you had some experience, but you actually don't, huh? It's surprising, or should I say it's just as expected? I see. I see. I see. Tosuka-rin stares at me from head to toe. Come out and say it if you want to say something. It's not good to stay quiet. Nothing. Don't worry. It's just that I just figured out a bit more about you. Oh, I won't say it so you don't have to be frightened. I'm not frightened. Go ahead and say it if you want to. Oh? Can I?
Issei was right.
She grins. Issei was right. I can't believe between last time and today, between this and the 8th scene, we have determined that Issei was in fact right.
You should have listened to him all alone, or all along.
Man, how can such an evil smile exist in this world? Don't say it. Don't say it. What? I can't hear you. I'm sorry, please don't mention it. I think it will be shocking if I hear it. I think I will suffer more damage if I hear it from you. Really? Then I guess I won't say it. Tosuka withdraws with an expression of victory. And the instant that I regain my peace of mind... You're the type that masturbates to the country line, right?
It's like a bird.
Hey, you said it, you devil!
End scene. Great.
I love her so much. I love her so fucking much. Holy shit. She fucking said it. Also, Staccato, it is so funny of you saying that with the Rin icon. So I think people get mad when they're told the truth. Tosuka ponders as she eats my lunch. She came to the rooftop empty-handed, which of course meant that she didn't have her lunch. Then it was only natural for her to target mine. Just eat. Man, why do you have chopsticks when you don't even have your own lunch? Do you always carry them around? I just brought these with me when I left my classroom. You had your lunch last time, so I thought I'd have you share some of yours. I came prepared just in case you had box lunch. Hey now, I think you're putting thought into the wrong areas. Yeah, no, Fei. I mean, I don't blame her for that, you know?
I fucking love this character. She's so dynamic.
She's so good. Bring some food before you bring chopsticks. Don't worry about minor details. You brought 2 people's worth of food, so it turned out fine. No, this isn't 2 people's worth of food. It's just that Sakura made too much. Oh well, it's true that I won't be able to finish it by myself. Don't just eat the vegetables, eat some meat as well. I'll get an upset stomach if I just eat meat. What? I don't want it because that's too sweet. Don't tell a girl to eat meat. I'm keeping track of how much I've eaten, so I'm not eating. That's a sign that I've had my share. Liar! I bet you're the type that doesn't hold back when you go eat yakiniku. I'm sure of it. You'll be scarfing down beef ribs while I'll be munching on my salted fish. You won't show any consideration for my money. In fact, you will try to bankrupt me. And after you're satisfied, you're going to tell me, I went easy this time. I tried to get back at her for what she did earlier. That is probably the most accurate fucking read of Rin. Well said, Emiya-kun. I find it scary that I can't deny that. No. You're the scary one, Tosuka. But this lunch sure is strange. There's a lot of food here, but the wrapping and all is really feminine. You like to cook, Emiya-kun? What a coincidence. I I think I heard the exact same thing this morning. Well, it's not like I hate cooking, but Sakura made today's lunch. Oh, Sakura is... Osaka? What's wrong? Didn't you bite on a lump of sugar? Oh, jeez, I did it. Oh no, I'm catcalling Sakura. Osaka sighs and puts away her chopsticks. Thanks, you can eat the rest by yourself. Osaka gets away awkwardly. At least she's considerate, huh? She's like, at that moment, she's like, oh no, he's such a dense fucking dumbass, he doesn't even realize. Are you there, by the way?
Yes, I'm very here.
Okay, I hadn't heard you in a bit, so I was just doing a little check in case you had run out of batteries and you were dying in the floor of your little mechanical enclosure.
No, I'm just listening along and I'm drinking coffee.
Wise, Rin could never be the ugly bastard. Well, it's fine if she's full already. I was nervous eating lunch next to Tosaka. Now I can enjoy a little peace of mind.
Something obviously wrong? I could stop worrying.
I head back to my classroom. It's a few minutes before 5th period starts, and the hallway is filled with students going back to their classrooms. In contrast, the stairs are quiet and empty. Not many students go to a different floor to eat. There, I bump into Sakura. Oh god, please, Shirou, do not tell her that you had your bento with Rin.
He's gonna say something offhanded and it's gonna make everything terrible.
She looks away awkwardly as soon as she oh no, they're still together. As soon as she sees us. What could be wrong with her? She was so energetic this morning, but she looks depressed now. He's such a fucking idiot.
This hurts to read. I hate this.
Sakura? I call out to her. But before I can say anything else... I'm sorry, Sakura. It was bad timing on my part. Osaka steps forward.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. Even if Senpai and Tosaka-senpai together, it has nothing to do with...
You're misunderstanding. I went and invited him because I had to talk to him about something. And he didn't skip out on you either. He just didn't realize it. Okay, this is... I'm going to praise Tosaka right now.
This is the realest shit.
She is so mature about this kind of stuff. And in the Saber route, she was also obviously into him, and she was not jealous for a single moment. She just pushed Shirou to get it on with Saber. In this one, she realizes, and what does she do? She just tells it like it is to Sakura to not make her... Like, she is so mature and good about this.
It's the instant, no, there's not someone else, he's just stupid. Don't hold it against him.
I love her so much. Like, just this alone gives her so many points as just a person.
Rin's the best character in this VN.
What do you mean? It's not like I made a promise with Sakura. You idiot. She made lunch for you, so that means she wanted to eat with you. It's natural for Sakura to be mad. What? Hold on. We never made any promises to eat together.
Senpai, how about eating at the archery range in that case? The range is open during lunchtime. I can make you some tea when it's quiet there.
And when I look, I see that Sakura's lunch is untouched. Can I also say the fact that Shirou is also extremely realistically autistic?
For real.
Like, he didn't pick on the social cue that she wanted to eat with it. He just took it as like a suggestion of something that they could do at some point,
Together
you
as
know?
pals, maybe. This is heartbreaking.
That's right. What was I thinking? Tosaka's absolutely right to call me an idiot. I'm sorry, Sakura, I'm so stupid.
No, it's fine. See, it's not like we made a promise, and I just thought it might be good if we could eat together.
You're right. If it had been the, like, the fencing club instead of the archery club, he would have remembered. It's not good. Let's go, Sakura. We'll still make it. We can eat quickly in the archery range and... I grab Sakura's hand and start running. But... there's no way you will make it. What can you do in 3 minutes? Osaka's calm analysis stops me. I panicked because I felt guilty for breaking the promise, but Tosaka is 100% right. Unless you skip the classes.
It's fine, Senpai. We have to go back to our classrooms, just like Tosaka Senpai says.
But Sakura...
Please, don't worry too much about that. That was enough for me. Thank you.
I don't know what to say when she makes a face like that.
Then I'll be going. The teacher will be late if you don't hurry.
Sakura goes up the stairs with her lunch in her hand. I'd better get going too. Go to the Chinese restaurant in the shopping district after school. Wait there. Okay? Then, Osaka leaves a strange message before she leaves for her classroom. Okay, so, like, a part of me is like, okay, obviously we're going to talk more about the Holy Grail War, but also, what if she tells Sakura to also go there? What if she's setting up a date at the Chinese restaurant?
I could so see that.
I could see her setting up a date for the
I
two
didn't
of them.
expect all 3 of these to be the Tosca route.
Yeah, no, Rin has... like, I've heard... Okay, so the thing I heard is that the Rin route is not so much the Rin route as it is the Archer route. But that's fine because she gets so much good stuff on every route. And I can see it now, you know?
It's written all the way to the top.
Hmm.
They all have ADHD, but Rin's the only one who takes meds.
She doesn't...
That's such a perfect appraisal.
Okay, no, she doesn't even take meds for ADHD. She's just actually, like, doing drugs for magic purposes in her fucking house.
She's self-medicating.
She's self-medicating. Like, she's not even medicating for the ADHD. She's self-medicating for just other reasons, and it happens to help with it, you know?
For my success today, I'd like to thank stimulants.
Fifth period ends and the room empties out quickly. And for my success today, I want to thank the, tri-monthly injection I just got in my butt. Oh. It's not even 2 o'clock yet. I don't feel like it, but Tosaka told me to. God, he is such a nice boy.
That is such a gentle way to say pushover.
Shirou, take this. It's for magic. Ren, this is cocaine. There's nothing I can do here, so I guess I'll just go to the shopping district. There's only one Chinese restaurant in the shopping district. Goshuensaikan Taizan. It's an ominous dungeon in the shopping district with no windows to show you what's inside. Most first-time customers run away after seeing the place.
That's how you know it's good food, though.
No, it's not the scene. No, it's not the scene.
Wait. Hang on, I know one thing about Chinese food that I've heard comes up.
Yes.
I don't want to be here.
The manager, a favorite of the neighborhood association, is a strange little Chinese man nicknamed Small Manager. Batsu-san has a tendency to fill every dish with red pepper. In other words, the food's hot. Really hot. Imagine being stabbed in the tongue and then having salt rubbed on it, and you will be on the right track. I wanna go to this restaurant. This restaurant's infernal seasonings have given me a general distaste for Chinese food. It doesn't help that the manager keeps adding aru at the end of every sentence. Aru. And now I'm entering this terrible dungeon willingly. The manager will bring a menu as soon as he sees me. I need to turn on the voices.
I'm so fucking praying that this isn't traumatizing. Mapo tofu is like one of my favorite foods.
Let me give us a little bit more voice volume. I'll have to order something that uses sweet vinegar. It will turn out horrible if I order something like twice cooked pork and mapo tofu is out of the question. Mentioned! That stuff is dangerous. It will melt my tongue. I hear the judge of hell pulls out your tongue, so such awful food could easily come from there. The manager traveled abroad to train his cooking arts, so maybe he trained with the devils. It's almost 2:30. I promised to be here right after school, so I can't hesitate any longer. Alright, I'm going. I don't know why I have to get pumped up to go into a restaurant, but here, it's necessary. I'm not sure what Tosaka was thinking when she said we should meet here, but I'm sure she's regretting it now. Wait.
Kodomine jump scare.
The mouthful voice acting.
You're finally here, man. I came early, so I already started eating.
The priest is eating mapo tofu. I'm speechless. Why is Kotomina here? Why is he eating mapo tofu that looks like a boiling pot? And why is he eating it so fast? He's sweating, but he never stops for a drink, spiritedly moving his hands as if they will never move again if he stops. Actually, is he just being stubborn? He's eating it way too fast. Or is it that good? It looks as if the spicy oil and red pepper were cooked together for 100 years just to be used in that dish. And this is bad. This restaurant and Kotomina are both bad. That food has dangerous amounts of spice. It can't be explained any other way.
Just watching Sadali have a fucking moment.
The moans.
This is strangely erotic.
I'm crying. I'm actually crying.
I need a second. What's wrong? Don't just keep standing and sit down.
The priest talks as he keeps eating. I take caution as I sit across from him. Well, I'm not too sure what I'm on guard against. I watch his movements. Amazing. He only has about 2 mouthfuls left. Kotomina mukbang moments, let's go. I watch in amazement when Kotomina suddenly stops eating. Huh? Also, if you give me just one moment, because Thomas, that message came in the form of a donation in chat. So I am bracing myself just a little bit. I do appreciate, though. Okay, I think we can keep going at least for a bit more. Oh my god, Alright, meat. Kotomina watches me with his usual oppressive accent. Oh, I just got pelted by a couple of items, don't worry.
Oh, I'm not worried about it.
That was a perfect timing. That was a perfect timing. I don't want any. I reply with all of my might. The priest frowns a bit before he finishes the Mapo Tofu. Huh? Did my reply disappoint him? I don't like that pose. I don't like that pose at all. He's so long, though.
Why am I only just now finding myself really attracted to this guy?
You can't just drop that on me. You cannot just fucking drop that on me, Anya. You're gonna fucking kill me.
What changed? Why did that happen? But all of a sudden, recontextualize. I see it.
Listen, I am not agreeing with any of you right now because I was already attracted to this man. Like, this is not a matter of me not thinking that Kirei has something going on there. It's the fact that it took you all this long.
I was just like, I don't know. This is like a kind of man I would generally find myself attracted to. That's sinister, has ill intentions, but
Likes Mapo Tofu.
I don't know what it is. All of a sudden, I hear him breathing heavily, and suddenly, I'm like, everything has suddenly clicked into place. His whole deal.
It seems he asked Tosuka to invite me here. So what do you want? Isn't it unusual for you to come talk to someone?
Well, I heard that you have already defeated 2 servants. I came to commend you on your achievements.
He's lying. Even if it's true, he should have picked a better restaurant. I see, I'm sorry, but I think your words are good enough. I'm not fighting for your sake, there's no reason for you to praise me.
I guess there was no need for banal flattery. Then let me cut to the chase. You heard from Rin that Castor is still alive, correct?
Yeah, Castor still exists, and she's collecting magical energy from the people in town, right?
Yes. I do not know if it's related, but there was another servant at the Ryudo Temple on the night you defeated Castor. I believe it to be Assassin, judging by the appearance and combat style, but I'm not certain.
Assassin? An assassin was also at the real temple? But Saber said...
She did not sense him, right? Assassin is not a strong, heroic spirit, but their class has the special ability to conceal its presence. Covert action is their area of expertise. Even Saber should not be able to sense Assassin if he hides his presence.
Ah, presence concealment, my beloved. Then that means Assassin was at the Ryudo Temple on the night we defeated Castor. Was he hiding near us? Trying to find an opening to attack? I understand, but why are you telling me all of this? I thought the supervisor doesn't help one particular master.
I'm merely sharing information with you. I've told you all I know. In exchange, tell me what you have experienced over the last few days. There's something strange about this Holy Grail War.
When even Kirei is saying this, things are fucked.
You know, the guy who made the Holy Grail War kinda weird. Something is different from the last war. If you do not wish to tell me, I will not force you. Just take my words as a warning.
No, I'll pay your price. After all, you came out and gave me information that I needed. Oh, he came out? Good for him.
That's pretty difficult for a priest to do, especially back in, what, 2003? Good for him.
Yeah, honestly.
You have a strong sense of duty as always, Amir Shirou.
The priest smiles in satisfaction. I love when the priest smiles.
The priest slimes.
It seems he knows every move I'm going to make. But I'm not going to fall for his tricks that easily. I'll talk, but first I have a question. How do you know such a thing? You wouldn't know that Assassin was in the Rito Temple unless you had a servant. No, you shouldn't know even if he does have a servant. Neither Saber nor Archer Tosuka's servant could tell.
It's simple. My Lancer was defeated by Assassin at the temple. As his master, I needed only retrieve his last sight.
Okay,
he just fucking tells us?
He told us, but also I needed you to understand that the wording here is masterful. He said, my Lancer. He didn't say, my servant, or that he didn't specify that he was, only Master of Lancer or anything, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't tell a lie. He just kind of left some pieces out.
Yep, the wording is roundabout to hide the fact that he's still Master of Archer. Oh!
That's really good.
Then, the priest simply states something absurd. What?
I love this track.
Same.
I said that I'm also a master. You said it too. That I would not know unless I had a servant. Well, you are certainly correct.
Oh, what?
But that ended last night. Lancer has been eliminated, which means that I am not a master. I'm no longer your enemy. Now he's
There's
lying.
a lie, though. Now there's a lie.
Well, is that all you want to ask me? Then it's your turn to talk. Tell me who you met and what you saw over the last couple days.
It's also vague considering he wasn't Lancer's original master too. God. This man is so much. The atmosphere becomes heavy in an instant. He doesn't allow me any questions. He wants answers. I have a lot of things I want to ask him, but I have to answer him first. In as much detail as possible, I recount what happened to me after making my contract with Saber 4 days ago. The story lasts for about 30 minutes. I haven't done much as a master. The information I provided is mostly useless, but the priest takes great interest in Mato's Zoken.
Zoken. I thought he had withered away, but he's still active. I guess it is true that he is a blood-sucking monster.
Hey, how's that Tsukihime feeling now?
Wet.
Huh? That old man is a blood-sucking monster?
Yes, the magic of the Mato family is absorption. I hear that Mato Zoken, a magus from 6 generations back, was a prominent bug user. I can't take that wording seriously.
Using bugs? That doesn't mean his familiar is a bug, right? Or another way to use bugs is, Hold on, by bug user, did you mean guys who use bugs as a medium for poison? Like putting in hundreds of poisonous bugs in a pot and using the last surviving one as a curse?
No, that's wrong. From the start, cursing is outside the Makiri's area of expertise. The results of their magic always return to their bodies. Cursing others would only result in mutual destruction.
And he's using bugs as familiars?
Yes. Mato Zoken is merely a monster who feeds on the blood of others. I hear that he kept his youth by transfiguring his body and sucking blood, and that he has lived for a few hundred years. But based on what I heard from Rin's father, he's now on the verge of death, can no longer walk in broad daylight. Oh, he's he's straight up a vampire.
He is 100. I didn't know this, actually.
Dead apostle Mato Zoken.
He can't walk in broad daylight? Well, I did meet him both times at night. He sucks on people's blood to prolong his life.
Just like me.
And he can't walk under the light of the sun. That's just like... Kotomine, is Mato Zoken a vampire?
He's more like a parasitic insect. His nature and personality are like those of an insidious slug.
Hey Mira, we just saw the Mapotofu scene finally.
Live slug reaction.
I needed you to understand, Mira, that Anya and Sadani both finally realized that Kirei is sexy because of the Mapotofu scene and this CG.
So it's equal parts the sounds of him eating and his heavy breathing. I think it has something to do with this pose and his hands. Do you think he has like good grip strength? Like for strangling maybe?
Oh, 100%. Insult Zoken. That was mainly meant as let it sink in for Anya. Okay. It seems Kotomine really hates that old man. He said he's been alive for a few hundred years. And has he ever been a master? There's a missing there.
No, Mato Zoken was never a master. He is like a counselor for the Mato family. But he is a monster that lived for hundreds of years. Very different. He might have devised a plan to become a master in a way we do not know of.
Then the one who made a contract with Castor after her master was killed is...
Who knows? But he's not someone you can let your guard down against. If he has taken the stage, he must believe his victory is certain. That means that the Mato family's master has the support of the worst devil in Makiri history.
Ooh. Shinji said he hasn't given up. And he has the backing of Mato Zoken. He lost his command spell, but that old man might be able to give him a new servant.
You've been a great help. All of these abnormalities make sense if the Makiri Elder is in action. As the war's supervisor, I shall try to suppress the damage.
Kotomine nods to himself and relaxes. Supervisor, huh? You're not the one to talk when you were secretly a master until yesterday?
Don't put it like that. I have no wish. I obtained Lancer because I wanted to give the Holy Grail to a more appropriate desirer. But that's over now. It's for the remaining masters to decide. Well, personally, I would like either you or Rin to obtain the Holy Grail.
I frown. The priest is serious. He just said that he doesn't need the Holy Grail. In fact, he clearly told me that he wants either Rin or I to obtain it. Why? You became a master because you want the Holy Grail, right? Don't you have a wish you want granted?
Let's see. I do not have a wish, but I do have a goal. My goal is not a serious matter, and it's meaningless even if I achieve it myself.
Huh? A goal that is meaningless if he achieves it himself? What are you talking about? If you want to tell riddles, find somebody else.
Consider it a friendly warning. We're the same, you and I. As we do not have clear wishes, we cannot seek salvation. I simply thought it would be easier for you if you quickly realized it.
Oh, such a fascinating combo to hear near the start of the route instead of the climax. Yeah.
Kotomi is so cool. Fake.
Oh man, huh? What? I feel like he has grabbed my heart in his hand. The priest's words seep into my mind like a curse. Tomine, you... I constrict my wavering eyes and glare at him. And then... Here's your mapo tofu, Haru! The second and third plates of mapo tofu are placed on the table. Voice is going back up, baby.
Please let me hear more. What a transition.
Kotomine picks up his spoon. I'm sure of it. He ordered more servings beforehand. Or ice meat. Kotomine stares at me with oppressive eyes and...
Do you want some?
No. I answer him with a straight face.
I think one of the most unsettling things ever is someone making eye contact with you while they're eating.
Oh, I hadn't actually even changed the volume, never mind. Oh my god, that was actually so funny.
He's such a freak.
I think it is especially the fact that it was fucking Kirei. Oh my god. I live inside Kandai-san.
I want some mapo tofu so fucking bad now.
It's because Kotomine had no intention of talking anymore and started eating the mapo tofu. As I leave the restaurant with a heartburn.
Amiya, I have withdrawn from the war, but you and Rin are still masters. Zoken is insidious, so be careful.
The priest warns me as if it is someone else's problem. Yeah, now you get why it was a craft essence in Fate Grand Order, Sadani.
Also, I really do enjoy the thing that his through line is human suffering, and he's eating, like, unreasonably spicy food that Shirou specifically describes as hellish.
It's so funny. Oh, no.
Worms.
Oh,
time.
no. It is worm time. Wind enters the dump room. From the open door come two sets of footsteps. One kicks the ground in a hurry, and the other is being dragged in. That's Shinji.
Come on, get started.
Thump. A heavy sound echoes through the room. It's the sound of Mato Shinji, the one who came to this room in a hurry, throwing in the person he brought with him. The floor of the secret room is wriggling around. The worms must be active right now, as leech-like insects are writhing all over the floor. Mato Shinji knows what these worms are. These are lust worms that his grandfather Mato Zoken raises that love human blood, semen, and marrow.
No!
I hate this. I hate these.
Couldn't you have just said, like, body fluid? You have to specifically...
Ah, Jesus Christ. Oh, once swarmed by these lust worms, men will have their spine crushed, brain sucked, and will be crippled. The worms will transform when attacking a woman, so that they're only able to violate her nerves. They will spread their tentacles all over her body and devour her spirit. I hate these. I hate these. I hate these. I hate these. I hate these.
I thought the H stream was last one.
Also, I need to pause for one moment. Because I want to turn off the mature content. And I want to see if that is censored in the slightest here. No, wait. Before history. No? Oh, the description after that, I think, is gone. No. Oh, that is so censored.
So censored.
That is so censored. No, apparently I don't need to. Oh. There's something wriggling around on the floor of the secret room. Knows what these tracks are. The strange creatures that his grandfather Mato Zoken raises. And then that's it. The whole of the fucking explanation of the worms is omitted without the mature content enabled.
We're getting into it, huh?
Yeah. I wonder, actually, I may have to keep a button hovering over the... I may have to keep a button hovering over the capture by no other reason that if the mature content activation has the uncensored version of the worms, I may need to remove them from stream very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that, yeah, I think that is not for YouTube specifically. Oh boy!
Those are not descriptions for the YouTube side of things.
No.
They're not that bad, they're just a little bit of on the nose. A little bit phallic, yeah.
The little glimpses I saw of that remind me of when we watched the first episode of that anime together. And I was just fucking freaking out, like, this is in this?
Yeah, that is the beginning. Anyway, it's your turn with Shinji.
Oh, I didn't even notice, I was reeling. Get started.
He tugs from the top of the stairs. No body, man or woman, can survive after being thrown into a swarm of last worms. However, our non-binary hero here is gonna take him. Oh, actually, yeah. This person's an exception. The worms slither away from the person. Are they scared? Or have they lost interest? Honestly, if I got kicked into the last worm pit and they scrambled away from me, I would never live it down. I may as well just go to the bridge and throw me to the fucking river at that point. The worms do not approach the figure. They merely reflect the light around the figure with their mucus. They're slimy, nice to know. Oh.
Make me a new book. You still have 2 more left, right?
To the worms? Or to the person? The only reply comes from the worms. The darkness undulates as if liking the order.
You can go back if you do as I say. That's what you want to do, right?
There's no reply. The only sound in the room is the annoying cry of the worms. Oh no.
Look, fighting is the only way. If you oppose me anymore.
Shinji threatens to reveal everything. The person on the floor trembles. That is not allowed. The old man who Shinji calls master will not allow it. But this person knows Shinji is not the type to follow his master's orders. He's frantic right now. Anyone that gets in his way is his enemy. The old man forces him away from battle out of concern for his life, but the concern itself is an unforgivable insult to him. A change occurs after a long silence. A figure appears in a flash of light. The worms flee to the corners of the room like an ebbing tide. Even the worms understand how powerful the materialized woman is.
About time.
Long hair and a slender, tall figure.
Hi, Ryder.
The one clothed all in black is the servant called Ryder.
Let me confirm again, Shinji. You're using the Somi for your protection, correct?
The black servant asks. She's looking up from the bottom of hell, from the preserve of worms.
Yeah, it's dangerous out there, so I want a reliable guard.
Although Shinji does not hide his joy of becoming a master again, and spits out words covered with lies. Oh my god.
Interesting.
But yeah, the worms were changed significantly for the Real Tanua version.
Yeah, I agree with the assessment that it seems like a badly written H-plot.
Yep.
From the details that I glossed over, I've seen less horny writing in explicitly pornographic material.
Just a little bit of mind break worms, don't worry about it.
Just a little bit of mind break worms.
Anyway, now there's extra context to... Oh boy, now there's extra context to that image, huh? It's almost 4 o'clock when I get out of the restaurant. I have no business in the shopping district, so all that's left is to go home, but... Plateau Zoken. Shinji and Sakura's grandfather, huh? I may turn mature content back off the instant that we see that background again.
That's not a bad idea. I would almost encourage it.
That is the one area that I think would be better off without the mature content.
I think it's better for our mental health.
I have a bad feeling about this. I don't feel like going straight home, so I decided to take a detour. Also, you didn't say any commentary about that whole scene, you know? Of course, Jackie just came in.
Were they here for the worms, or did they show up after the worms?
I think Jackie showed up just now.
I think they just missed the worms.
Tragic.
Tragic. So there's this basement with worms. They do stuff that I don't think we're allowed to talk about here.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. You missed the Maputo phone worms, so...
You missed me being really straight.
Speaking of straight, I don't feel like going straight home, so I decided to take a detour. Shirou is about to get routed to a bad end, isn't he? Oh. Huh? I see Sakura's shoes. Considering the time, I bet Sakura's already back from her club. Oh, you're asleep, Sakura? Her club practice must have been tiring, as Sakura is sleeping in the living room. She must be exhausted, as she's lying on the floor rather than having her head on the table. She was sick, but she went to school on her club and helped around with my house on top of that. You're working way too hard, Sakura. I go past the living room, trying not to wake her up. And... I bring a blanket from my room. Here, you will catch a cold again if you sleep without a blanket. I carefully drape the blanket over her. Then... She must be half asleep, as Sakura looks up at me with empty eyes. Her gesture is... different. It's not the Sakura I know who stands and smiles in the kitchen wearing an apron.
Oh, buddy.
Her gesture is more erotic than I have seen on her. I brought you a blanket, Sakura. Nervously, I try to explain myself. At that instant... Sakura's arms wrap around my neck. That's the 8 scene music happening in the background. I turned it off, right?
Is.
I fucking turned it off, right? Yes, I turned it off.
This is, I gotta say, a really pretty CG.
It really is, and that is a really shocked Shirou.
I really love when they do like the bright, like sunlit thing. They do it really well. It's really cute.
Yeah, no, Heaven's Feel is a horny route. It is the one with the most H scenes, and I see that even outside of the H scenes, you are getting a lot of mileage out of things. Her breath is near me. I'm intensely aware of her femininity, no matter how hard I ignore it. Hey, Sakura! I can't breathe or talk properly. Sakura is half asleep. You need only look at her eyes to see that. So I had to shake her off of me. I had to get away from her, but... I can't take my eyes off of her. Her hair streams down her neck. Her lips let out a seductive sigh, and her breasts are pushing up her shirt. Having her mature woman's body so close is making me dizzy.
Senpai.
Her hand stands up a bit. Her faces near each other. I'm entranced by her lips, unable to resist. My reasoning is frozen. Everything I had prohibited, everything I shouldn't have noticed. Such boring senses are being destroyed. Sakura? My heart is pounding. Sound of the pounding of my heart, of the pounding heart fills my eardrums. My head empties out and... Yes?
Are you home, Shirou?
The fucking sharp cut to save her.
The white woman jump scare.
I jump back. I display speed and quick-wittedness I have never shown before and land on top of the table.
That was wonderful movement, but I do not know about landing on the table.
Thank you for the donation. Ice cream date. The king of cockblocks. You're right, I was just a bit surprised. I slowly stepped down to the floor. Sakura is... Her hands are lowered and she's sleeping again.
Shirou, your face is red. Did something happen? Your eyes are wandering. Are you worried about something?
It's nothing. Let's just go to the dojo. Sakura needs sleep and I want to train with you until dinner.
That is an excellent attitude to take, Shirou. I'm well rested and in perfect condition. Let us prepare for tonight's battle.
Saber heads to the dojo without questioning my suspicious behavior. Oh, I'm saved. I'm glad Saber didn't see us like that, but I'm more glad that I didn't do anything on the spur of the moment. If I'd done anything to Sakura while she was half asleep, I would kill myself out of shame.
It was very blunt. It's good that you're training, but you have to keep it moderate, Senpai. Jamming a finger is bad enough, but you've almost broken this one.
Ow, 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 please put the bandage on slower, Sakura.
Of course it hurts. It's natural to swell up if you leave such an injury alone. Please give up and consider this a divine punishment.
Sakura tapes up my middle finger. Her movements are quick and accurate. She must get lots of practice treating jammed fingers in the archery club. She's skillful, but isn't this a bit rough for Sakura?
And you too, Saber-san. Couldn't you have gone easier if you're stronger than Senpai? Senpai's body is swollen all over. You won't even be able to take a bath tonight. Sakura, I don't mean to contradict you, but that is what Shirou wished for. I merely responded to his request. And Shirou was partly responsible for tonight's injury. He was the one who wished to train, but he was not concentrating at all.
Saber glares at me in complaint. Oh no, it's falling apart, the polycule.
It's all happening at once.
There's not much I can say when she puts it like that.
Do you feel sick or something, senpai? It's not like you to go to the dojo with unclear motivation. Indeed. What was distracting you, Shirou? You were staring into empty space even when you were holding the shinai, and I felt no spirit in your attacks.
Well, that's, the cause is standing right here in front of me, but there's no way I can say that. Just thinking about it makes my heart jump.
Senpai? Does it still hurt somewhere?
Sakura looks at me with worry. No, I'm fine. I'm fine now. I just ate too much, so it will help me out if you can make me some tea. I quickly move my face away from Sakura.
Okay, I'll go for some after-meal tea.
Sakura stands up to go to the kitchen. Man, this is really bad for my heart. Her body is engraved in my mind, and I get conscious of her whenever she comes near me.
Are you fine with tea, Saber-san? Yes, please do not make it too hot.
Sakura promptly brews some tea. Her gestures are supposed to be familiar, but I feel like I'm seeing them for the first time. Damn, why do I keep remembering it? There's something wrong with me, just like Saber said. Just looking at Sakura reminds me of how she looked early and her soft lips. This is just lust. Sakura is an important underclassman and a family member to me. So why am I conscious of her like this now? Oh, damn it. I know, I really do. Sakura is beautiful. I've been aware of it for quite a while now. But in spite of that, I acted as her senpai. I like Sakura. Having her around became normal for me before I knew it, and I found it to be a great comfort. But it's always been a different sort of affection. I've never wanted to embrace Sakura. I knew she was a girl, but I never viewed her as someone of the opposite sex. But now, I'm beginning to think it's not that I never viewed her as a girl, but that I was trying not to view her as a girl.
Senpai? Here's some tea, Senpai.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Sakura.
You're welcome. Thank you for dinner too, Senpai.
Sakura smiles happily. Seeing her smile makes me happy as well. It seems she really liked the pork meatloaf with egg and vegetables. Sakura hands the tea to Saber as well and sits down. Saber must enjoy tea, as she receives it with satisfaction.
Itadakimasu. But where's Taiga? I've not seen her around for a while.
Huh? Oh, she just called and said she couldn't make it tonight. I didn't get the details, but she said she has to go visit the hospitals or something.
I see. I wanted to ask her some questions, since she is more knowledgeable about your habits. I guess it cannot be helped. I shall wait until next time to strengthen.
If Taiga heard what was going on, she would be so insufferable. Holy shit. Where the actual fuck did you get that? Where the fuck did you get? No. You cannot just send that to me sneakily through Discord in the middle of stream and not expect me to have a whiplash.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's just a little screenshot of my partner saying it's that throw me to the wolves and I'll come back pregnant, but it's worms.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I didn't mean to derail you. I thought that might come up afterward.
No, it came up immediately.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god. Are you saying yesterday and today's trainings were just the beginning? I honestly can't say anything. I made Dutch draw that for me.
I think that you said it and he made himself do it. We all saw how many chances you gave to back out.
Yeah.
Of course, the trainings up to now were to teach your body what you were able to do. From now on, we will train you to survive using your special characteristics.
Who up playing with the worms? I hate that. I see. That sounds hard.
Intense would be the word to describe it. Consider your training up today to be a mere warm-up.
No, don't. Don't. Wow. Are you serious? I don't know if I should be thankful or not that Fujine isn't coming tonight.
What was that sigh? This is for your own good. Sakura?
Saber looks at Sakura. Huh? I follow her gaze. Hey, Sakura's breathing painfully. Sakura? I run to her and shake her shoulders.
What's wrong, senpai?
It's not what's wrong. You were pushing yourself again. No, she's not. She looks healthy. Her shoulders aren't hot, and she's just looking up at me in wonder. You look like you were in pain.
Oh, you're wrong. I just fell asleep.
Sakura smiles in embarrassment. Don't scare me like that. I thought your cold got worse again.
I'm sorry. I've been sleepy all day, and I fall asleep if I let my guard down.
She's so relatable, though. I see. Well, you were sleeping this afternoon, too. You can go rest if you're tired. I'll clean up.
Okay, you're right. I will accept your offer and go rest now.
Sakura bows and exits the living room. She's walking steadily, so I guess she's just short on sleep, like she said. Oh boy. Oh, things are happening.
I don't like it.
The moon darkens. The clouds blown by the strong wind hide their white moon. What?
I was about to do the same thing.
We go outside, careful not to wake Sakura. It's 11 o'clock. We decided to start patrolling earlier to make up for yesterday. The town has continued to suffer while my guard was down after Castor's defeat. If Castor is still alive and collecting energy from people, I have to defeat her for sure tonight. Investigation at night theme. And slight tension. We descend the hill to the intersection. The question is where to go from here.
Shirou, I feel a servant's presence.
Is it close, Saber?
It should not be a problem distance-wise. Even with your speed, we should be able to catch up to the servant in about 5 minutes. Please give me an order, Master.
Saber is asking me if we should follow them or stay here and keep watch. I don't even need to think about it. Let's go. Lead the way, Saber. Saber starts to run. She heads east. It seems she's heading to the big bridge connecting Miyama City and Shinto. The instant I step into the park, the abnormal presence makes me feel like vomiting. The air is polluted here. The stench of rot and decay seeps into my nose. Oh. My gastric juice is regurgitated just by standing here. The discomfort and the dizziness almost breaks my mind.
Look, Shirou.
I suppress my nausea and look. There. Miyakun? And that is Archer.
Saber.
Stand Tosuka and Archer with their backs to us. Is this the first time that Archer has seen Shirou in this route?
It might be.
And he's like, oh god, I can't fucking stand him.
Oh boy, here I go kill it again.
New enemies. And that old man, Zoken. I understand the situation right away. Tosuka is fighting Zoken. I see dozens of something so small that I can't distinguish it around Tosuka. Oh god. Tosuka's servant Archer has many more around him. It seems Zoken used those things to attack them. Well, if it isn't Saber's master. So you prepared a backup? For Tosuka's daughter, you are surprisingly smart. You're wrong. Archer and I are more than enough to beat a confession out of you.
You're wrong, I'm stupid as hell.
They're just spectators, they have nothing to do with me. Tosuka keeps glaring at Zoken, but her back is... What were you thinking, coming at a time like this? Did you wanna die? Harshly scolding me.
Shirou.
I know. This isn't the time to be arguing with Tosuka. Just as how Tosuka does not look away from that old man, I'm feeling danger from him. A monster said to have survived by sucking people's blood. A descendant of Makiri, who tried to obtain the Holy Grail and made Shinji into a master. There's no way such a guy could just stand there and not do anything. I wanted to keep this hidden, but I guess it can't be helped. I cannot survive against two servants. He makes a sound with his cane. The instant it strikes the bricks beneath the old man's feet. Ooh, someone we already defeated appears to protect him.
I see.
Caster, so she really is alive.
Please stay back, Shirou. That is Caster, but not Caster. Her appearance and abilities are the same, but I do not feel her will or her soul. That thing is an imitation made from Caster's corpse.
Saber steps forward. In her hand is the invisible sword. As expected from Saber, you saw through my trick right away. Oh my, no wonder Shinji's rider was no match for you. Archer should not be a match against you, just like Caster, who was defeated without being able to do anything.
Is that all you have to say for yourself? Deceiving us is the least of your crimes. Even though Caster is our enemy, she's a heroic spirit chosen as a servant. You better have an appropriate determination if you are trifling with her corpse.
Yeah, no, this is giving context to one part of FGO that I didn't actually know happened in FSN. Very interesting. Oh, I only picked up some trash that nobody needed any longer. I do not mind being called a heretic for that, but you would fall lower than a brute if that is the case. You are the greatest servant after all. Then it is best to make you, rather than this corpse, into my slave. I shall let my worms eat you alive and have you follow this corpse's fate. I hate, I dislike, I don't like.
Not a fan. Ew.
Also, Archer is not fucking happy.
Grumpy.
Why are you enraged? Servants are merely tools. It does not matter how they're used. It is the same whether you bind them with a command spell or if you use them as a corpse. Then is it not for your sake to turn into a mindless puppet? Hey, remember how the Kirei are the ones who provided the command spell system for the Holy Grail War?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, my bad. Like that side. The two servants charge. Saber and Archer charge at the laughing monster as if they planned the attack. Two blades slice through Caster. The match was decided from the start. Caster cannot defeat Saber. Even with Mato Zoken's control, that fact has not changed. Caster's magic does not reach Saber, and Saber finishes off the enemy she defeated before. Caster's body begins to disintegrate. Saber stands by and watches it until the end, to ensure that it completely disappears, to ensure that her body will not be violated again. Archer! It is Tosaka's voice. Mato Zoken has disappeared. He sacrificed Caster in order to make his escape. But... Huh? That is why Saber took care of Caster. Archer ignored her completely, pursued the controller and...
That's it.
cut Mato Zoken's body in half. Ugh. Zoken's upper body falls to the ground. My... A dragging sound. Even though blood and entrails are spilling from his bisected body, the old man still lives. He crawls across the ground with his arms, trying to get away from Archer.
This is the end, I guess. My past experiences have taught me to quickly finish off monsters like you.
Archer raises his short sword above Zoken. This is the end. No matter how immortal Mato Zoken may be, he will die once his head is crushed, and he's almost dead already. It is not like he has self-healing powers like the servants, and his horrific wound is taking him closer to death by the second. But, unwilling to take any chances, Archer kills the Magus with his short sword. What? Huh? No. He tries to kill Zoken, and stops. It's not only Archer who felt it. Everybody here does. Tosaka, and Saber, Archer and I, even Mato Zoken, hovering on the edge of death, trembles at its appearance. No. No. Darkness covers the bark. The damp air freezes in an instant. My heart is beating at a higher pitch, but the rate is lower. Something bad is close by, so I have to run away. I can't concern myself with that thing. My body understands it instinctively, yet it refuses to move. It's meaningless to run away. My body knows that I can't escape. I move my trembling body and turn my numb neck. I look towards the entrance of the park. There. Stands the shadow. There it is! There it is!
It's giving me the fear.
Oh,
Oh, that's good.
oh, we're getting new music. Space is distorted. Oh, my bad again. I click outside, my bad. I want to believe it's just my imagination. A product of the disordered sense of balance caused by extreme tension. I've never seen anything like it. It's insubstantial, as if a shadow suddenly stood up. Its existence is so light that it could be blown away, and yet its presence dominates this place. It lacks intelligence or reason, and it probably is not even alive. The black shadow stands there like a mirage. So... why do I find it so familiar? Oh my god. Impossible. I hear a hoarse voice. The only one able to speak here happens to be the dying... Wait, you mean that this doesn't have anything to do with Zoken? I've been going off the assumption that this man knew this thing was around.
Me too.
Impossible. 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 He crawls while screaming. Mato Zoken pulls himself away from Archer and out of the park. It's not that Zoken had that much strength left. It's just that fear of the shadow drove him. Nobody is able to move. Tosaka and I stand still, transfixed by fear. Even Saber and Archer seem entranced. It's like a deep-sea monster. The shadow sways in the silent world where everything is still. And... it shows something like a will for the first time. It lacks eyes, limbs, or a body, yet it still casts a shadow at its base. Outlined by the moonlight, the shadow begins to stretch and elongate. Like a snake that has found its prey, it points at Tosaka and... oblivious to the change, Tosaka doesn't move. Saber is too far away. Archer has started running, but he's too far to make it in time. The shadow lashes out. Without showing any sign, the shadow abruptly covers tens of meters and... Tosaka, watch out! I frantically push Tosaka aside. Kun! Can't hear her voice. The instant I push Tosaka away, something engulfs me. A splashing sound and a sensation of something trying to crush my body. My presentiment wasn't wrong. Water has come crushing in around me, and I am now sinking into the sea. But it's hot. The sea water is too hot. Boiling coal tar. It sticks to my skin and cuts off my life, and I don't feel like I'm in the sea. Oh my god! Did you... What the fuck is going on? Fetus? I feel sick. I feel sick. It's wrong. I feel sick. It's wrong. I feel sick. It's wrong. I feel sick. I feel sick. It's wrong. I feel sick. It's wrong. I feel sick. It's wrong. Rabbit's corpse, one I'm missing. Rotten, soft, and fresh forced into my mouth. Rabbit's corpse smears my esophagus. A clear sensation of eating life. Life is life, even if it's rotten. It's real. I can't taste this with cooked food. It feels good. There's no taste, but I'm forced to eat it as long as it's in front of me. A popular place, a big line. A place that will eat rabbits. There is only one clerk. The line consists of Emiya-kun!
What the fuck?
Are you as horrified as I am right now?
I'm enthralled. What the fuck?
wake up. My body's hot. My nausea isn't fading. My head is shaking. I can't even stand up by myself. Are you awake? Can't you tell who I am? He slaps my cheeks. I can't tell. Only Tosaka would slap someone at a time like this. Good, I guess you're right if you can talk back like that. That was just my honest opinion right now. You idiot, why are you smiling? I'm not going to thank you, okay? Don't ever do that again. I can't return the favor if you die trying to save me. She glares at me. But Tosaka is still rubbing my back with one hand and holding my hand in the other to check my temperature. Tosaka, what happened to that weird thing? It disappeared. It vanished when you stepped onto the shadow and fainted. I think it came from over that way. Osaka looks southwest and grits her teeth. I see, but I think I was entangled in it for a while. Really? It hasn't even been 10 seconds since you pushed me. Here's the proof, see?
Shirou,
Saber runs up to me.
you acted reckless again.
There's something that I know, but I cannot say it. Saber supports me and pulls me away from Tosaka.
Get away, Archer's master. I shall treat you as an enemy if you come any closer to my master.
What? I'm your enemy as well?
Of course. You are a master, and Archer is with you. I do not know why Shirou protected you, but I cannot let you near my master before my eyes.
Saber glares at Tosaka. Rap, I guess I never told Saber about our current truce. No, you're wrong, Saber. We are at peace right now, so until we defeat Caster...
Shirou, please get yourself together.
I'm saying... Tosaka isn't our enemy. I promise her.
Understood. I will not fight her if that is your will.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't talk anymore. I endure the nausea and the chill that tries to get me unconscious. I had to get home before I faint. I had to stay conscious until then.
So you survived, huh? Well, you didn't touch the main body, so the most that it can do is make you ill.
Archer approaches. Archer is expressionless, even though Zoken got away, and he's the only calm one here.
Archer, do you know what that shadow is? Who knows? But one thing is clear. That shadow's what's been draining the life from the townspeople ever since Caster's death.
He answers as if he's not interested. Then Archer looks down at me, lying on the ground.
Seems this is no time to pursue personal grudges. Isn't that right, Amiya Shirou?
What?
As for what that shadow was, your intuition is correct. I'm summoned as a servant, but I'm to fight it after all. Archer, who are you?
Oh my god, I understand this sentence. Do you?
Am I missing something?
You have context to give. This is really bad, actually. I will not tell you, but this line actually speaks of some underlying stuff going on right here. And that's actually fucked. Oh, that's really fucked. I didn't know Fate Stay Night got that fucked.
I see.
Oh,
Hmm?
No, no, I was just saying, like, he's actually adding on to it.
You're not a guardian yet. That means you... Then you must not have thought something like that before. Man, seems I'll be doing the same thing no matter where I go.
There it is. The knight in red beckons Tosaka to go. But right before they leave...
No, it's not that hopeless. It has not occurred yet. I might be able to finish it beforehand, or I might end up cleaning after the event. I have a chance of stopping it this time.
Oh my god! Oh my god! He looks up at the sky and murmurs these words. Oh my god, that's really bad. It's that dire, huh? So yeah, what Archer is saying there, for anyone who hasn't picked up on it, is he is a counterforce guardian summoned to deal with extremely bad situations.
Stuff that could end the world.
And he just saw that thing and went like, fuck, even as a servant I have to face something like this? Oh well, it's not happened yet, maybe I still have time.
Okay, cool. I was entirely following that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh
okay,
my
cool.
God.
So it's bad. It's like terrible. It's as bad as I assumed it was.
Yeah.
We're all set.
Also, that was the first time in 2 routes that we have heard about the fact that Saber is not a guardian yet.
Mm-hmm.
It switches off and on. The heat permeates my body and I don't feel like I'm walking. Is it because someone told me this is like a disease? It feels like plague maggots are filling my whole body. I can't tell dream and reality apart. I feel like I'm already asleep and trying to go back to my room.
Sakura, are you not asleep? Please move aside. You'll hurt Senpai if you hold him like that.
Oh, that expression though.
It's new. No, this is my duty. And if this is a disease, you might get infected as well. I'm not talking about that. Saber-san, I don't know what you two are doing. I knew you wouldn't answer me if I asked, so I never did.
Oh no.
But Senpai seemed troubled ever since you came here. I can still bear that, but tonight you brought him home injured. Sakura, that is... I don't know what your circumstances are, but isn't there a better way to go about this? If you can't, please at least resolve your problems without involving Senpai.
Oh. I return to my room. It feels like someone is next to me putting me to sleep. A voice is whispering in my ear, but I can't make out the words. Did it apologize? It's my fault? Did it apologize? I'm sorry. Whatever the words were, they're the last thing I hear. My consciousness fades as soon as I lie down. The scene keeps squirming like insects until the very end. I really do not like any. No. No.
Oh boy, howdy, I hope it's worms.
See ya, don't be late tomorrow. I don't. That is a random person bystander. Oh no. She slurs her words as she sees off her friends. There's no one around, and the rotary is completely still. Did her friend get the last taxi, or are they just avoiding this place for some reason? The station, which used to be filled with light and people, is now just a group of lifeless buildings. I guess there are days like this. She heads home, still slightly drunk. It doesn't matter if there's no taxi, or if it's the last train or if the last train is out. Her apartment is close by. Her friends live 3 stations away, so she always walks home by herself after seeing them off. The rotary is quiet, even though it's still before midnight, and she starts home like always. So, when did it turn into something that's not like always? The desolate town, the pitch-black back alleys, the chill emanating from the dark shadows. Formless unease assails her. Hey, is someone there? She turns around. The only thing following her is her cold and silent silhouette. She walks faster. Staying here is dangerous. Doesn't believe she's overthinking. Nobody's following her. First of all, she doesn't have the sense to realize it even if she's in danger. She's only human after all. Hey, what is this? But she can't stop shivering. The unpleasant presence gets stronger. This is just like the time she woke up at night as a child. She should wake up to go to the bathroom, but would sense someone crouching in the corner. Instead of moving, she would pretend to be asleep until morning came. This unease is how she felt then, as if the whole world had abandoned her. She's running now. She's not taking her usual route home. The road in front of her is dangerous. The roads she usually takes home are all dark. Instinctively, seeking the safest way, she's running before she knows it. When did the quick trot turn into an all-out dash? She understands that it's silly to be scared of something she cannot see, but she's unable to stop herself. She runs like a dog. Her throat is dry, but strangely, she isn't sweating. The town at night. The series of accidents with unknown causes. Desperately, she tells herself that it's not the work of a serial killer. There's no one around. Tonight, of all nights, the place is empty. Is that why this seems like it's happening to somebody else? The familiar town is like an imitation in a mirror that will never find her. Huh? And she arrives at the final destination. That's strange. Why did she come to this place? What am I doing? Something is very funny. Something's funny. Sounds of laughter come from her throat as if from someone else. She's merely running. Her usual route home seemed too dangerous, so she ran along the roads that felt safer to her and... Finally, she realizes that there is no place to run. Oh no! No, 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 no.
Did you get worm jump scared, hun?
No, 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 no. Not the fucking worm jump scare. No.
I'm so sorry.
Oh god, sorry. Oh. I jump scared myself again. Some appear from between the grasses. Some fall down from the tree branches. The first one drops on her head and... The scream is not heard. She crumples to the ground. Pain shoots through her heels. It hurts. It hurts as if they've been chopped off. Since that's impossible, she tries to move her toes, only to find that she can't feel them. In its place, many new things enter her body from the missing part. She tries to see what they are with her remaining eye. She cannot see what they are anymore. Indescribable horrors swarm over her body. Ah! No, 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 the worms. Her mind somehow does not see what they're doing. The worms dive in. When she was small, she once saw maggots swarming on a sponge. This is just like that.
That's evocative.
Although inchworms chewing through an apple might be a more apt comparison. But it's not weird. But the realistic image on the scene before her does not seem related. Because such things cannot be. Such things cannot be happening to her. It's almost midnight. She has to hurry home, ready the bath. Ouch. Laugh all the fatigue. That hurts. Let her hair dry. It hurts. Watch some videos. Return to her room. Wake up with an alarm clock. Go back. It hurts. Go to work. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. So I want to go back to work, back to my room, go back, want to go back, but go away, no, stop, please, please take me back to my room, please, please, why are you? The tragedy ends in under 5 minutes. It was a gruesome scene, but if one defines having a meal as absorbing nourishment, then this was certainly a meal. The lying body stands up. The female body has turned into an old man's body. Oh, I can never get used to this. A hoarse voice echoes through the park. The worms have disappeared. They have finished their meal and have returned to their nest, the old man's body. In other words, they replaced the woman's body, the one they fed on. Someone else is watching the spectacle. Between the crisscrossing tree branches, a white mask is floating.
Hi, assassin.
Assassin, please do something about this.
You know he won't.
The mask made from human skull is smiling like a buffoon. The owner of the mask does not even need to be mentioned. It is the seventh serpent, the one born from within the fake serpent. He is the heroic spirit who defeated Lancer, Assassin. Ooh, he's starting to like talk.
He's got like a normal voice. Impressive. So your previous body was not your own either.
Were you watching, Assassin? Yes, my body has perished a long time ago. I am just an old fool who has to leech off of a whole body. My body cannot handle walking under the sun like everyone else's. The laughing figure is indeed Zoken. It took him a few minutes to attack and take over a woman's body. The speed is incredible, even for a master magus.
I see. So you did not care who it was. All you require is a full body, no matter whose it may be. You merely mold the body to the shape you want. What's inside your body are worms in any case. The worms will function as your organs. It is indeed a mimicry.
Oh my, in only one day you have grown quite talkative. Do you remember your wish now?
Of course, I can only be summoned by people who share my desire. Your craving for eternal life has summoned me here. What I wish for is eternity. But
The black shadow wavers. The emotionless skull stares at the H-Magus.
this raises a question. You're already immortal. You have lived for over 5 centuries. Then is your wish not already granted?
The old man lets out a cry. Who would know that the cry is not a laugh, but a cry of hunger? Yes, Zoken is almost immortal. He will live as long as there are bodies to infest and his soul remains alive. But there is only pain. Zoken does not wear his current form by choice, turning his body into something inhuman and mimicking human form. There is a limit to this magic. It is like a machine. A machine can run forever in theory, but its parts rust over time. Parts rust, cogwheels slide out of place, programs become obsolete. No, I am not a mortal assassin. My body rots. It will rot no matter how many times I get a new body. It will rot no matter what I do. This new body has begun to rot already. And you begin to understand the discomfort and disgrace of rotting alive, the despair upon learning that your body is not human.
Where does it rot? Are the worms not able to make a proper body?
That is not true. The worms are lively. They have no problem as a body. From the start, I became a parasite in grief over my aging body. They serve perfectly as a body. I chose this method to prolong my life forever while retaining my humility.
I am even more confused. Is that all you can manage, even with the power to perfectly preserve your body? First of all, why are you taking the form of an old man? If you were able to shape the flesh in any form, you should be able to take any appearance.
That is a good question. And let me ask you, let's say something that lost its original body tries to reproduce its body with its powers. In that case, what do you think restores the body to its original form?
The body records itself. Even after it's burned or cut, the body is able to restore its original appearance, because there is an internal blueprint.
Yes, body's composition is recorded in its genes. It is different in my case. I lost my body, the place where my composition was recorded. I can no longer use that blueprint to recreate my body. In that case, what do you think records my body and gives it form? It is obvious. The soul. It is not the law of the physical world, but something of the higher order, the record of all the bodies within the concept of the astral world. Yes, if one has a soul, one should be able to reconstruct the body, even if the original body and genes have been lost. So in other words, the soul Magus.
I see. You keep your soul alive, while taking the bodies of other creatures as your own. So that is the trick behind your immortality. That must be why you cannot turn yourself into anything else. What you are keeping alive is your soul, not your body. So that's why you cannot take any other form but that of Mato Zoken.
Of course, I'm not taking form as an old man because I want to. Look, this is the only form I can create, and it is a poor creation that rots away unless I exchange it periodically. I used to be able to last 50 years before I had to exchange my body, but I have to exchange it every few months now. Who can understand the pain I feel as I rot away? Do not misunderstand, assassin of this generation. Do not call such a thing immortality. Irritation can be heard in the voice of the old Magus. It has been 3 days since Assassin's summoning. He finally sees the true nature of his summoner.
I understand now. So what is rotting is not your body, but...
Yes, my soul is rotting. Time even affects ethereal bodies. Therefore, my physical body will rot. It is natural for my body to rot if my soul, the blueprint of my body, is rotten.
So that is why you seek the Holy Grail. No wonder you are angry. Such eternity must be more painful to you than those who have no idea of eternity.
Exactly. My body rots. I need to be freed from this pain, from this poison violating deep into my bones. The Holy Grail exists for that purpose. I have persisted for that purpose. Right. I do not want to die. I want to live. It is dreadful to think that I will disappear from this world. To escape this fate, I have lived for hundreds of years, devouring the flesh of thousands. Do you understand, Master of the Mountain? I hate myself for turning myself into worms. I hate being the only one who rots away. I hate all humans for being given bodies as a matter of course. Oh boy. The White Mask looks down at the rotting old man. How can he say he hates humans that live peacefully? It was his spell, used to escape that peaceful life, that gave him this pain. The unending torment of this Magus, the decay that melts his bones and flesh, is the result of his own action. But the pain overrides such trivial matters as blame. It must not matter who is evil or what the cause is. Because, this is just speculation, but Zoken must be insane already. The pain and fear of experiencing one's own decomposition must be unbearable for normal human beings. Nobody should be able to endure it, no matter how strong their mind may be. Because one will die. The body dies if it rots for over an hour. 200 years. Only this old Magus could understand how rotten the mind is of someone who has his body rotting away. Zoken is no longer human. No matter his mental state. If there is nobody in the world who can identify with him, he will be labeled abnormal.
A centuries-old obsession, eh? I cannot understand, but...
The old man's monologue can be summarized in one sentence. He does not want to die. He does not want to die. In short, he does not want to die. It is merely that I wish anyone could have become clear for this man. He sacrificed many people, clinging to the simple, yet foolish wish. He prepared many things and sacrificed people to obtain the Holy Grail. No. This old Magus' very existence is made possible by those sacrifices. That is reason enough for the masked assassin to pledge his loyalty.
I do not understand, but you are appropriate to be my master. Very well. Let us both aim for eternity, as we are both beings who are not treated as human.
The skull waits. The servant in a black coat vows to the rotting old Magus. Oh man.
I do also want to note, that is an interesting note in chat, that this is very, very similar to the way Dead Apostles are explained.
Ooh.
In Tsukihime. Not identical, but like, you know, the influence is very clear.
Very interesting. Question, it is late. Do you want to leave it here or
It might be a good place to halt.
Yep, end of the day. What a fucking day, huh? We are fully warmed up.
We are fully warmed up on a Friday afternoon.
Oh, I hated that.
I could hear you like actually whimpering when the worm jump scare happened.
Okay, Zoken is basically a dead apostle without the inherited vampiric trait from true ancestors.
Yeah, that's honestly a good way to put it.
So like, Zoken is the master of assassin. That is like the worst possible thing.
So, I thought that the funky shadow thing was involved in the summoning of Assassin TM.
Yeah.
But apparently not?
It may have been. My thought right now is that Zoken does have, you know, a hand in this whole ordeal. He just can't control it, you know?
Maybe.
Like, maybe the thing about this thing is that Zoken has no fucking control over it.
Mayhap.
So, like, imagine, like, just unleashing a rabid dog through the town while you do your thing, and then you get cut in half, and, like, you're about to get smashed down, and you're, like, warming out, and you need a new body, and suddenly, you start hearing the same rabbit growling coming closer. You
That's
could
not
run away.
that's not something I would call impossible, though. The reaction of
Right.
impossible is very loaded.
Right, he was surprised by it.
Because, okay, if I let a rabid dog, to follow your analogy, if I let a rabid dog loose in a city, and then I was about to die, and I heard the rabid dog, that's incredibly possible. That's just really unfortunate.
Ah.
And yeah, so there's also the archer saying, oh boy, you've never had to fight one of these before. And then just fucking off.
I love Archer just kind of looking at it and being like, oh shit, here we go again.
So, limited knowledge of things speaking here. You invoked something that I vaguely understand at the end of Unlimited Blade Works, that if things get a little too fucked, the universe goes, fuck, try again.
Yeah.
I presume this is related.
I mean, technically speaking, there is just a timeline out there where, Shirou just fucking died at that moment, and whatever happens with that black shadow eventually will happen, and everyone fucking dies, and the universe will go, oh my god, my fingers, oh, that was a snap, oh my god, that was my tendons, oh.
God.
But yeah, basically the Fate universe works very similarly to Homestuck rules. Basically, there is the main timeline, like the Tree of Time, the trunk of the Tree of Time, and then there's branches. And so if something is too much of a deviation that the world kind of says, no.
The branch is true. The branch is pruned.
Yep, it will just trim it away, and that is how the timeline keeps expanding forward, by removing all unnecessary growths that would not lead anywhere.
Okay.
In that sense, however, so long as things do not go too off the rails, they should still be able to continue onward even as parallel timelines.
Fascinating. Also, I really, really liked Archer's little line of, I guess there's no time to, follow personal grudges. Isn't that right, me?
Isn't that right, Shiremiya? Huh? Shiro just like, huh? What are you talking about?
You'll get away this timeline, you son of a bitch.
He's like, okay, fine, I'll do my job. I have a job to do. I can't just go kill myself.
And unfortunately, no thoughts on who Assassin is. I'm pretty sure it was mentioned he was a Middle Eastern. He was using Middle Eastern magic, at least, when he fought Lancer. Mm-hmm. And I am very poorly versed in the mythology from that region.
There was mention of hashish as well.
Yes, there was. It was all but explicitly said.
I will say that he did mention something about assassin and a mountain. I will say that is relevant, but I will not say how just yet.
Interesting. And as far as what the shadow is, the deep sea comparisons and the way the thing was described when it fucked with Shirou, my brain immediately goes, well, it's connected to the Holy Grail, obviously. Because it was described the same as when Shirou comes into contact with the goo of sin.
Okay, so
and as far as the deep sea imagery, my brain goes I don't know, it's just like a thing from inside the Grail. I don't know. That's as far as I've got on theories.
Yeah, without saying anything, because I do have more of a clue than you do in this sense, I actually was not ready for all of those flashing images, because that was the whole, everything. That was every trauma at once.
Mm-hmm.
That was the fleshy Holy Grail Shinji. That was the catacombs with the coffins of the children being sucked.
Yep.
That was the ominous pyre and black sun in the middle of the fire.
It's
that was
me, the devil from the Bible.
That was the screaming faces of horror from the depths of the curses of the Holy Grail mod. And that was the whole of the Holy Grail that we saw with Gilgamesh as well. Being given the shape of a fucking fetus?
Yeah, there was a lot of shit going on there.
I did really not like the fetus.
Norman Reedus and the funky fetus.
That was a funky fetus indeed.
That was one of the funkiest fetus I've ever seen myself.
But yeah, I have my own theories, but that will be something for when you are off.
Very exciting. You gotta all have your little spoiler talk while I'm gone.
A little bit.
Well, on that note, I suppose that I should be getting going. Thank you again for having me. Thank you again to everybody for watching. I'll see you fucking next week.
See you next week. This is, as always, a joy to do with you.
I only hate that we can't do this longer or more. I love this so much. I'll catch you later.
I mean, if you have like other days you could like do this, I would not be opposed to like doubling up on the Fate days.
I'll keep in touch. I'll catch you later.
Bye-bye. He's gone. Okay. Okay. Did we just fucking see Angry Mango being born? Because I know what Angry Mango looks like. Did we just see Angry Mango being born? That was Angry Mango being born. That was the moment where, Shirou is imprinted onto that, isn't it? I don't like that. I really don't like that. Okay, so there was one thing, right? There was one thing because I know the true nature of the Black Shadow. So I feel I need to point out. One moment. Shh, one moment. Yeah, here. So, the one thing that I didn't want to say with Anya around is I have seen the flowchart, and I know that when Shirou gets tangled up in Black Shadow, there is actually a check to go to a bad end. The check is, if your relationship points with Sakura are minus than 8, you get bad-ended in that exact moment. You get dragged into that deep ocean of the Black Shadow. And it is dependent on Sakura's affection level. Hi! Now, isn't that an interesting little thing? I may have a landmine in a session or two. Oh boy. Other things I wanted to say. That Sakura do be horny a little bit. I wonder why that is. Where else? There was more stuff I wanted to talk about here. Oh yeah, so that's what Shadow Servants are, huh? So that's where Shadow Servants come from. You were amused, inspired to make a very amusing image in the middle of the stream. I am excited to see. Another thing I want to say is that, Which whole deal as well? What do you know about what he's talking about? Oh, you think FCO is a slightly different thing? Not exactly? Okay. It's not exactly, but that's like the closest thing I could think about. Incomplete summonings. They are more from Prelia, really? Huh. Okay. Okay, so Archer's whole deal. Let me lower the volume of this thing. It's driving me crazy. Okay. This is what I know. I know a lot. So, like, I'm pretty sure this is how we're talking about this. Because he's a cleaner. Archer is a cleaner that has to deal with big calamities that humanity makes and destroy them before they can destroy the world. And the moment that he sees the shadow and, like, he goes like, okay, this is like one of these things. Considering that I know the nature of, like, Angry Mango, and I very much know a lot more about Black Shadow and how far things get with the Grail, we are dealing with beast territory here. Like, we are threat of humanity territory. If not complete beast, it's still a threat to humanity. He's a Counterforce Guardian summoned to deal with a threat to humanity, and if Black Shadow and Angry Mango are left to their own devices, there's beast shit happening. Which is my favorite kind of shit. Angry Mango has always been that sort of thing before it was cool, yeah. Confirm that grants could be summoned by the time half the world was covered in Grail mod. Wow. Wow. That's a lot. We didn't have a name for it yet at this point, but it does feel very beastly. So my one question is, what number would this be? Because what are we considering the beast in this case? Angry Mango? Black Shadow, or a kind of both at the same time? What do you say, chat? How are we defining this beast? That half the world dies, nice. The problem is a lot of this conversation is tied to Fate Hollow Attractions spoilers, like his Bond CEO. Oh, I see. Kinda both. Yeah, I was thinking that. They feel like Angra is the beast, which Nasser confirmed to be the beast of retribution. Didn't attribute a number to it. I have no idea. Beast numbers are so difficult to, like, categorize. Because he didn't actually get to manifest, yeah. Most likely Beast 5, though, since it's the only one we haven't seen. See, the thing with that is that it could be, but each of the numbers have, like, things in common. Like, for example, it wouldn't be Beast 4, because Beast 4 is, like, animal-related. Beast 4 is, like, natural and natural world-related. Oh, I already said that, Alex. I already called that was the birth of Angra Mainyu. All you will say is we see Angra being born from the Grail in the Fujuki Singularity, which is still around as Singularity X. Yeah. Yeah, that whole Singularity is fucked. And the thing about it is, it's not even conclusive just yet what the whole deal with that Singularity is, because we don't fucking know what happened yet. That is the tutorial Singularity, and it's still like a big mystery that we kinda have to deal with. Yeah. There's definitely something going with Marisbury, Animosphere. I do not trust that man for a moment. That ties into Hollow Attraction spoilers. There's so much. There's so much. I am so actually excited to see eventually the Marisbury, like, whole deal being wrapped up. It's just fucked. Everything is just fucked. This, oh boy. That's why you gotta roll right into it. Oh boy. I may actually. Because I want to play Tsukihime when the Farside routes are remade. And by the time we finish this, I don't think they will. So I kinda wanna see. You love theory crafting this stuff. There's so much going on. But yeah, no, okay. When I got into FGO, one of the things that I loved the most about Fate Grand Order, when I started to really get into it, was like the first big moment that made me fall in love with the Fate series, and that is saying something because I loved a lot of the game up until then, was the Seventh Singularity. When you go into Babylonia, and you are fighting, and like Gorgon, Tiamat is like a big threat, and you're like, okay, fine, we have defeated Tiamat. We can get the Grail now. We can deal with things. This is the end of the Singularity. And then suddenly, actual Tiamami awakens, and the sea just turns to mud. And she rises, and the Lamu start to swarm, and you kinda start seeing the scale of, like, a threat to humanity threat. That was the moment where I was like, oh, this is the kind of bullshit we're dealing with? And since then I have loved every single beast. I think that Goisha's whole deal is really interesting. I really love Kiara and Kama as Beast 3. Koyanskaya can fuck me up any day of the week. I really am intrigued about Draco and her whole deal. Yeah, the Grillmud is an imitation of Primordial Sea. I noticed. I noticed that, yeah. It warps things. It warps things. In the same way, Hayamami can just corrupt you like that. Don't resist it. You are all her children. Just sink into the Primordial Sea and become a part of the Chaos Tide. Don't worry about it. Don't you want to go back to Mother? Don't you all want to go back to Mother? Where there's no betrayal, where there's no sadness nor hardship. Just embraced by her. Literally called Grail Mod in the world of Magecraft during Babylonia. Yep. This was your first time catching a stream live and you really enjoyed yourself. It was nice seeing you in chat, and I am excited to see what picture you have left in the chat. But for now, I really should get going because it is 2 a.m. and we have guests around today. So I'm kind of doing this while my sister's husband is trying to sleep downstairs. So you may have noticed me like leaning in a little bit and trying to speak lower. I am so excited though. The idea of evil in Berserk, huh? It always fucking ties back to Berserk. I need to read Berserk at some point. Actually, no, wait, with the image, wait. Knowing that both Fate and Souls are like mutual influences, so the authors have like similar tastes and liking, and knowing how pervasive Berserker is, I know the imagery of the solar eclipse, and I know the black sun of Grail-kun in that one, Grail-kun in that little flashback. Have we been dealing with a fucking Berserk reference all along? Wait, was it Berserk all along? Oh no, was it Berserk all along? I really need to fucking read it now. Berserker's NP is called literally God Hand, a thing from Berserk. God fucking damn it. Okay. Okay, fine. I will read Berserk. I will do it. I will try to see if I get in the mood to get into it next week. So, look forward to that in the live stream, in the live blog channel and the server. Until then, though, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye! And also for the road, I shall allow one pelting. If someone says bonk in chat, I will be pelted. Just one final time. No takers? Okay, then I guess I shall just go to the ending screen. I will have a very good time. Oh, there's the bonkers. Ah! 92 Tom! That was a softer one. But thank you so much, and I'll see you. Bye-bye!